Hey there, sweet peeps. Are you at war with the scale?
Have you ferociously defended your ground against the fire-breathing hunk of aluminum and glass?
Do you proudly exclaim, the scale? Well, if you don't have anything nice to say, I know where it comes from though, especially for us ladies. We are told so many times not to worry about the weight on the scale. But how can you do that when it just constantly tells you things that you don't want to know? Why do we get so upset when it comes to the scale? I am here now to challenge you actually to think about the scale just a little bit differently. Let's start with the definition of the word scale. Let's look at what it even means. According to dictionary.com, the word scale means actually a ton of things. Let's think about the actual word and allow language to help us kind of turn things around in our own favor. First of all, scale, as I'm using it for this video, is in regard to a device used for weighing. Scale can also symbolize balance, and we can also talk about the scale being tipped in our favor. Now, whether or not the tipping of the scale is going to be in our favor is entirely up to you. I implore you to establish a new relationship with the scale, and here's how you can do just that. The word scale refers to a succession or a progression, and at the end of the day, that succession, that progression, the scale itself is always going to keep us honest. If you have been hiding in sweatpants and you've been elbow deep in ice cream, your buddy's scale is going to call you out. You can run, I encourage you to move, but you can't hide forever. But just really ask yourself, why would we despise the things that keep us honest? The things that keep us honest help us to grow. Just think about your personal or professional relationships. Which relationships are most integrous for you? Which relationships require you to step up, to be more, to do more? Which relationships hold you accountable? Which ones keep you honest? Are those the same relationships that are allowing you to grow? And if so, what are these relationships really doing for your life? Likely they're having a very transformative effect on you and who you are. If we have a weight loss goal, but we're running around swearing vengeance on the very device that is going to actually tell us if we're on our way to victory or not, we're only fooling ourselves. Now you say, but that's great, Shawnee. I've been lifting weights for a while, I've been eating well, but the scale weight keeps going up. I'm glad you brought that up because I want to differentiate the different ways in which we're able to measure ourselves. So the different ways in which we're able to view scale. It is true that muscle is a lot more dense than fat. It is not true that muscle weighs more than fat. A pound of muscle is still a pound of muscle. Muscle simply takes up less space than fat. However, since it is so dense, this can be reflected in the scale weight. The upward trend of that number when you just started a new strength training routine, when you've been following good nutrition practices to support that routine, can be pretty alarming. But there are so many other ways that you can actually measure your progress. Try a tape measure. Use a tape measure and at the same time of day, in a frequency of your choosing, measure your arms, your waist, your thighs, your hips, your chest across the nipple line. You can keep a chart of your progress and you can actually make an experiment out of yourself. You can actually chart how you're progressing. And I can tell you right now, it feels extremely empowering to actually see how your body changes through the work that you do. You can also start to get a little more familiar with how your body functions each week and the kind of results that you can expect to see. So if you know that you're keeping on top of your training and nutrition, if you know you've been getting plenty of sleep, you could probably enjoy a trend of those numbers in the direction that you really want them to go. Now, I can also tell you if you've had an extremely stressful week, you might find that your waist measurements fluctuated by maybe 2 or 3 inches by the next week. These things make a very, very significant difference in the type of progress that you're trying to make. So you can start to actually be mindful and you can start to actually trend and track your body. You don't have to leave things up to chance. Another unit of measurement that tends to be fairly reliable is testing your body fat percentage. Many gyms should have a training staff well equipped to take care of this very request. They could even have a body scanner, and it usually takes a pretty accurate measurement of everything that your body consists of, including fat. There are now also many in-home scales that provide pretty accurate readings, and you can get some pretty cool features on them too. You can even get some scales that'll tell you exactly how hydrated you are. I know this comes in handy for me, especially during the summer. My gym, Legacy Strength, has one. Ask a good coach, someone who's reliable, someone who really knows what they're doing to help you make sense of your measurements. Above all else, aim for lowering your body fat percentage, aim for your tape measurements going in the direction that you want them to go. If these things are moving according to your plan, to your choices, to your lifestyle and goals, the weight is going to naturally follow. I also work with people for whom it is an absolute necessity that they know their weight and their measurements at many stages of training. Sometimes they're taking their weight twice a day. These individuals include competitive athletes who need to stay within their weight class, bodybuilders or fitness models, preparing for a shoot or a show. For this level of individual, there is a partnership with the numbers on the scales. If things are not progressing, it's a sign to go back to the board and just redirect a few little things so that things can start progressing the way we need them to once more. Nothing is left to chance. So why would the rest of us leave these things up to chance? If you are not seeing any of the outlined units of measurement actually moving in your favor, then you can start to develop your strategic approach. Anything that you deem to be an indicator of progress can be a form of measurement, such as the following. Are you getting closer to doing a push-up, chin-up, or a pull-up? Can you take the stairs without getting winded? Did you drink 8 glasses of water today? Are you sleeping an extra hour or just simply sleeping better? You get the idea. There are infinite ways that we can measure progress. And if you still feel like you're fighting your body and you're just not seeing the progress that you want to see, ask yourself the following. Am I getting enough water? Am I sleeping enough? Am I sleeping well at night? Am I eating too much? Am I eating not enough? Are my hormones in check? Am I severely deficient in any essential vitamin or mineral? Without knowing your situation specifically, I cannot actually give you any recommendations on what might be going on, but hopefully this video gave you some things to consider when you're actually searching for clues on how to really understand gauging your progress. So thank you so much for watching this video. Give me a like, please hit subscribe. It would make my day feel miraculous, and it's my indicator that I'm actually providing information that is really helpful to you so that you can powerfully choose what would be best for you and your body. I am above all else a seeker of truth, and I aim to share that truth with you. If you want to work with me one-to-one, please use the contact information in the description box below. I would love to talk to you more about your needs. I love you peeps for tuning in, and as always, I thank you so much for watching. Bye. Da 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 boom.